Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to do some Christmas cactus propagation. So it's now mid-December and it's getting really cold here in Texas, and a lot of my plants have frozen when there was a frost night recently. But I took this guy into the garage so they still look fresh. But these here, as you can see, they froze because I forgot about them. But my tent is running out of space, so I don't want to lose these plants. So today we're going to propagate these so that I will have some for the next season. And these are the Christmas cactus here, and as you can see, they're very, very nice and pretty. They have these beautiful flowers here. It's really unique that they flower this time of the year. But these are what the flowers look like. They're very beautiful. And here's a few more here. These plants here, they were all started out with just a small branch or leaf. Some of these were branches and some of these were leaves, but these Christmas cactus were once just a small shoot. So today I'm going to show you how I did this, and at the same time I'm also taking some of the variegated jade. They're in here somewhere, so there it is right there. So I'm gonna propagate that as well. For these plants, you can just take a few small leaves and they will grow into a full plant. So that's what we're gonna do today. We'll just pick a branch without the flower because I want these to grow. And let's take these here. This one doesn't have any flower, and you can use your hand to pull them off, or you can just use a scissor, whatever is easy for you. But I think I'm just gonna pull these off. See here? So that's what the branches are gonna look like. Do a few just so that it will guarantee your success. Right here. So 2 should be enough, and then we're gonna take a cutting from the variegated jade as well. So we'll put this aside. And for those that have been following my jade video, here's what the jade plant looked like. If you guys wanted to see an update, it basically filled up the entire pot. Okay, so here is my jade plant. This is a very beautiful variety right there, and I don't want to lose it, so I'm gonna cut it off and then try to propagate that as well. Propagating jade from a branch is much easier than from leaf, but you can do it both ways, and I have done this in my past video on the other jade. So if you guys want to check it out, you can browse my channel, and I will also link you to the videos below. That's the variegated jade right there. So once you cut the branch, you kind of like want the branch to dry up a little bit before you put it into soil. And I'm gonna pluck some of these leaves off because you can also attempt to propagate using leaves as well. But I want to do this because I want a nice part of the branch in soil so that it can keep the plant sturdy. And then I'll take off the top leaves as well because it will cause the branch to be top heavy. I want it to stand up straight. Okay, so here are my jade leaves, and this is just what I want. Okay, we'll put this aside, and all you need is to get soil from your garden. I suggest use something that is like a seed starting mix, and this is what I have collected so far. This is just soil that I have, and make sure they're nice and loose soil so that water can drain easily, because these type of plants, they don't want the soil to be wet all the time. So let's go ahead and plant it. So for the cactus, you can just place them right down in the soil like so. And I'll put this here. I want the jade to be in the middle like that. And here's my jade plant. You want this section to be dry, but it's okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. Push it as far as you can. And there you have it. So you want to put this somewhere nice and warm. Since I'm gonna take this inside, I'm gonna put it in a place where there are plenty of lights. And the soil here, if you don't know where you got the soil from, they could have fungus, gnats, eggs in there. So it's best if you microwave the soil first to kill everything that's in there before you do that. Or you can use a Ziploc bag here, just in case. And then you put it around. Okay, so that would keep the moisture in the plant. Oh, don't forget to water, because you want to give it a little bit of water before you do that. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. You don't want too much water because it'll drown the plant. And as I mentioned, these plants don't need a lot of water. Okay, we'll just give it a little bit. Wash the plant around the cup. And I have drainage holes in this cup, so it will drain to the bottom this excess water. See, that's my drainage hole there. So that should be good enough. Put the bag on top to keep the moisture from escaping, and also if fungus gnats are flying around, it'll be stuck in there and you can just squish it. Okay, we're done, and let me show you where I'm gonna put them. Alright guys, here's where I'm gonna put my plants, right there with the rest of the other stuff that I'm propagating using my AeroGarden lights. And I've propagated these in the past without soil. So what I'm gonna do is put the jade there. And I'm not sure where I'm gonna put these other ones that's already grown, so I need to move those out soon. So this is where the jade leaves are gonna go. So there it is. I may just take these guys somewhere else. So that's where they're gonna sit, right there. See how those already propagated. So here is the spot. So I will come back soon once they sprouted some roots and become successful. Then I will show you guys what they look like. Alright guys, it has been 3 weeks now and the jade plants are still alive. I got rid of some of the leaves because I didn't have any more room. But what I added in its place are some more of these cactus. So I cut these into little sections and I placed them in water. So I will show you guys that in a second. And then there are my jade that I propagated here, still alive, looking fantastic. And then I added some, before I got rid of some of the leaves, I put some of the larger ones in here because I didn't want to lose them. But anyway, let's go outside and I will show you what we're gonna do today. Alright guys, we are outside, and first let me show you what happened to my plants. These are the original jade plants right here. It froze over because temperature dropped to like 12 degrees and it stayed frozen for like a whole entire week. So the plants that were outside didn't make it. So that was the jade plant parent that we took some cuttings from. So these are basically all dead. So I'm glad that we saved some. So here it is. These are the ones that we attempted to propagate. And it's still looking alive and well. So let's take a closer look here. And then some of the leaves that I took, I threw the smaller ones away because I just didn't have any more space. But the larger one is still there. But no progress on that. But these are alive now because they probably established roots. So let me pull it up and show you. See, there's some roots, right? See that? Just a tiny root right here. But it's still looking good and still alive. So let's put this one back. And then the cactus, let's take a look at the cactus. They have roots as well. See there? These are some tiny white roots right here. I probably damaged it by pulling it out, but there it is. So we'll put this one back also. Oops, man, I broke one off. But that's fine, we'll plant that one. And then, on top of the soil propagation method, I placed these cuttings in just simple water. And look at this, they rooted even faster. See that? And they rooted in air also, you see here? So some of these have roots coming out of the each of the node. So today we're going to plant these, and then we're going to break them into smaller pieces like these, so we can have a bunch of them. So I have some soil here ready, and what we're going to do is we're going to plant these in here. So let's try to break these off here where the roots are, and then that way we have multiple plants. You can even cut it, so you have scissors. You can see, I want this one as a plant and this one as a plant. Actually, this one here, this is a good spot to cut right over here. So I'll cut right under the roots, and I'll plant those. Okay, so we have a bunch here, so we'll plant all these. Okay, so we have a good amount of plants here, so we're gonna go ahead and plant these. I think I'll get this one in the middle because it's the larger one. Then we'll just plant a bunch around it. They're pretty tough, so you don't have to like be careful with them. And the more you plant, it will look fuller once they are all grown out. Okay, so those are our propagated branches, and what we need to do now is give it some water. Okay, and then when I bring plants inside, what I normally do to keep pests from escaping, just in case, is I'll put this on top here, like so, and that should keep the moisture in, and then also keep those fungus gnats, if they're in there, from escaping. So we will be back soon, and I will show you another update on progress once we see more. Alright guys, it has been exactly 5 weeks and the plants are still looking nice. So let's pull them out and I'll show you what they look like. I think there are some progress on some of the cactus leaves, but let's take a look and I'll show you. So this one here was the one that we propagated in water. So there was leaves that we cut off, and then we just put that in the soil, and see here, that new leaf right there just grew after we placed that in soil. And then see down there, there's more new shoots there, and then it even sprouted roots on the side of each of these here. So see there, so all of these single leaves that we cut off are now starting to make progress. So these type of plants, they do grow very slow. So in the 3 to 4 weeks that it take to recover, it grew very little, but you can just let it grow into a new leaf and then cut it again and put it in the soil, and then that one will grow into a new leaf, and then you can cut it again at these node right here, and eventually you will have a pot full of Christmas cactus. And the fuller the pot is, the prettier it looks, because the plant will start to put out new shoots and it will hang over. And then during Christmas time, if you provide it with enough lights and good temperature, it'll grow nice beautiful flowers for you. So let's take a look at the jade plant. This is my jade plant here. The one outside is completely dead, so I was very happy that I did this, or else I would have no more variegated jade this season, and I may have to buy some. So see the leaves here, even I think it's sprouted too. So let's pull it out and see. I hope I don't damage anything. You see there? It sprouted a new plant and roots along with it. So that's good news there. So I'm gonna have one plant from this leaf, and then I think this one also has some progress. So let's see. See, it started to come out. You see there? So this one will, there's some tiny fuzzy hair right there. So that would turn into a new plant. So then I'll have two, and the shoot is doing really nice. So it kind of grow right there to the side and has shoots in the middle, and then the Christmas cactus has more new shoots, and this one it even grew shoots on the side there and then some here. So everything's looking good. So there you guys have it. It's very, very easy to propagate jade. These are variegated jade. They're very, very pretty. I have the regular jade, which is also very nice to grow as well, and they're very easy to propagate. So try out this experiment. It takes a little bit of time, but there's really no effort because you just put it in a place where there's plenty of light. And if you live in a place where it's always nice and warm, you can just leave them outside. Right now it's January 24th, so it's freezing outside, so I can't put these guys outside, so that's why I have them under my grow lights. But in the summer I would take them outside and they will grow nice and bigger. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions or comments, please leave it below, and thank you so much for watching.